Hey guys, so I'm just wondering what y'all are doing on the second day of January 2024. Levi and I have had a little bit of a lazy day. It's cold out. It's not freezing. So like this morning when I went out, it was cold. I opened the door. When I got up, opened the door, let the dogs out. And I was like, oh, it's cold outside. So come in the house. Put on my jogging pants, which I'm wearing now, but y'all know I don't like bulky shirts. I'd rather throw a sweater on over a little shirt. So I put on my little t-shirt, and then I grabbed my fleece, like jogging pants, fleece pants. I grabbed a jacket, fleece jacket, and went out to feed up. So, the minute I stepped out on the porch, the goats come out of the side yard with Minky. So they done pushed their gate open last night. So the thing is, last night when I went out, which Molly didn't make it in to the yard, because last night when I fed up, they were doing some firecrackers. I don't know how long these people across the street are going to pop firecrackers, but last night they were still popping. And so I left her locked in her lane and never opened the gate back for her to go back with the goats. I left her locked up close to the house. So she was still locked up in her lane, but the goats had managed to push, I don't know how they unchained that back gate, but they had that gate unchained, which I've got two hooks I hook on it. It hooks in two places. And I think when I came in the gate last night, I only hooked it in one place, and I think they push and push and push, and it just rattles it until it pops loose. Is all I can figure that they did. Anyway, they were in the side yard with Minky. They come running around. I was like, praise God. For some reason, when I come up on the gate, like on the porch, like on the deck from feeding up, I locked with the little latch that gate I built to keep the chickens off with the chicken wire in it that I have to open it to step off the deck. I had latched that. Really, for no reason. I didn't really have a reason to latch it, but I did. And praise God I did, because if I had not latched it, the goats would have been on the porch, on the deck. I still haven't finished that little corner over there where I built the door, where I put that old screen door at. There's that one little section of opened, there's no wire there yet. And, they could have been on the deck, and then they could have been in the front yard, side yard, street, who knows. But as it was, that was locked, so they were just in the side yard with Minky. They come running around. But also, if they'd gotten on the deck, they would have had access to Molly's feed. Now, the big container that I keep out there that holds like 3 50-pound bags of feed. I mix feed. Like even my chickens get mixed feed. They get hen scratch mixed with bird seed. So you get the sunflowers and all that other stuff. And Molly gets a mixed feed with corn and grain and sweet feed. But her lid is on hers. But what doesn't have a lid on it right now is some corn, a bag of corn that I didn't take the time to mix in yet, because I've got another bag of feed in the back of the truck that I've got to carry here, and then I have to do it mixing. So I will do that in a few minutes. But that bag of corn is just sitting there, and it's open because I've already scooped some scoops out of it. They would have had that probably knocked over, spilt everywhere, and they would have just been gluttons and eat it all. So, yeah, praise God. So I got them out, and I fed Molly, fed them. But when I came in the house, all of a sudden the heat hit me in the house, and it was hot. And I was like, we can't even breathe in this house. So I have that little heater over there, that little Amish, I don't know what that little heater is. I turned it off. Now, right now, the little fireplace heater is going over there. But, because it's so, you know how it is, like when you step outside, oh my gosh, it's so cold out here, and then you do some stuff, and your blood gets pumping, and your heart gets to pumping, and next thing you know, you step in the house, and it's like, oh my, I can't breathe. It's so hot in here. So I turned off the heater, and but then after a few minutes of being in the house, it was cold again. So that sweater comes on and the little fireplace gets turned on. So, yeah, that was my morning. But we ordered a pizza. This Pizza Hut. We have a Pizza Hut. We have a Domino's across the street in that neighborhood. It's about less than 10 minutes away. I've never ordered from them. I've never actually been. I don't know if I've ever had Domino's pizza in my life. But there is a Pizza Hut like 4 minutes from us now as you come into Plum Grove the other direction. And he wanted me to take him to Whataburger, and he says he has a gift card. And I said, I know you have a gift card, but I'm not going to town today. And I said, we have to go to town tomorrow. I said, I need a couple of things. I think I need milk and stuff from the grocery store. But I said, I have a prescription to pick up at Walgreens, and that's when we're going to town. We're not going today. And he said he don't want to eat anything in the refrigerator. And I said, what? And he goes, I don't want to eat our food. That's what he said. So he don't want to have waffles. He's got them, but he didn't want to eat them. He didn't want to have corn dogs. He's got them, but he didn't want to eat them. He didn't want to have a sandwich. He's got peanut butter. He didn't want them. We have a big old ham all cut up in cubes because I worry with him choking on things. So I cut this whole ham. I deboned it with this whole ham, cut it all up in these little cubes. I throw the cubes, like the other day I had a salad, and I threw the cubes of ham in it. Remember the other day I did that scrambled egg with vegetables, and I had some little ham. Y'all seen those little ham in my plate? He didn't want ham. So I was like, oh my gosh, he's so hard sometimes. And so I thought, what the heck, I'll just order from Pizza Hut. So I ordered pizza, and then I told him, he said he's not getting it till he helps me clean up. So he cleaned the coffee table where he sits, took all of his paper to his room. He took trash to the dumpster. Then he come in and told me the dumpster was full. Then I get like panicky because I get upset when people throw boxes in that don't break them down. And then I feel like if it's a box, just burn it. That's just one less thing to even go in the dumpster or the landfills or anything else. Anyway, I went out and helped him. I shuffled through the garbage, pulled things out, broke things down, moved things around, and then there was room for just our regular household garbage. Just not doing a whole lot of too much, just messing around in the house. We're going to start walking. That's one of my resolutions. I don't want to give up on it this year. I don't know if I've ever made a resolution like, okay, well, I'm going to exercise every day. Because most of the time, this tells me I've done 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, sometimes 14,000 steps in a day. But I want to be more, not necessarily routine, but I want it to be more of not just some random steps. I don't want my steps to be because I went to the dumpster and back, or because I rode my bike to Mom's and came back after doing something, or I got, 1,000 steps when I went out and fed Molly. I want I can't think of the word I want to use, but like I'm going to get up in the mornings and do our morning things. I'm going to put my tennis shoes on. I'm going to make him put on tennis shoes, and we're going to walk. We're going to walk to Mom's and back a couple of times. That's going to be a more, I want to say determined, but that's not the word I want. I don't know. Anyway, but today, I feel like it's sort of a lazy day. I don't know why. I guess because it was cold out. I went out and fed up. Then I come back in and I thought, you know what? I don't have really anything to do out there right now. I need to do the feed. I need to make up Molly's feed. I've got 3 bales of hay to take in the back of my truck to take to the feed rooms. That means I've got to get Molly and the goats in the lane so I can lock that gate. so I'll have free access to the feed room without fighting with them. I need to do those kind of little things, but basically I haven't really done a lot. We cleaned the house, we cleaned the living room, I cleaned this room. I've got a load of clothes back over here to fold. I've got a load of clothes in the dryer. I am, I don't guess, really, it's just sort of a lazy day. And I'm just thinking, well, sometimes you just need a day where you're not doing anything. You know, you don't have a specific plan in mind, because it seems like lately, every day has been a specific thing. Oh, I gotta go do this, and I gotta go do this, and I have to go do this, and this has to be done today, or I'm gonna have a problem. And I think I've got everything done that needs to be done. But like I said, I do need a few groceries. I'm gonna get those tomorrow, and starting tomorrow, we are gonna start walking. And I guess that's going to be my resolution for this year, I'm supposing. Alexa just told me a while ago I have a package delivered. So I ordered Rosie a heater for her cage. I didn't even know they made bird cage heaters. But it's USB powered. And it's only 5 watts. I believe it's only, I looked at so many, but I believe it's only 5 watts. And it's got the 2 screws that stick out of the back, so you can put it in the cage and use the wing nuts to tighten it. And then it's right here facing her in the cage. She can get close to it or far away from it, but it's only 5 watts. I'm hoping it'll be enough, because I've been moving her from the window every night and rolling her across to over here, because the window, you know, I don't want her to get cold over there at night. And I've also been putting the blanket around her on the window side and leaving it open to the living room side, so she can see me and I can see her. And I read years and years ago that cockatiels don't necessarily want to be covered, nor should you cover them. Now, this is just what I read. This was a long, long time ago when I still had Cheerio, because they're prone to night terrors. And so I'm just thinking, well, Cheerio too, I don't want them to wake up and it's dark and they're scared. I don't know what they're dreaming of, but I don't want it to happen. So I don't cover at night, and I keep either this light over the stove stays on, or I have that little lamp over there but on the counter that stays on, or this one right here beside me, which puts off this sort of orangey amber glow. I love that. So she's not in the dark at night ever. But if I cover her cage completely, she would be dark in there. So I just cover her from the back side where the window is. But anyway, I ordered her this little heater, and so I won't have to roll her around and splash her water and stuff like that, and shake her. And she's the whole time rolling her across the room. Her little wings are out balancing herself as she rolls. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to try this heater and see if it works. I hope I can tell that it's working. I mean, I don't want it to, I'm hoping that when you touch it, if you put your hand on it for a few seconds, you can feel some heat radiating off of it, so you know it's working. I hope it's not something that I can't feel, because then I'm not going to know if it's working for her or not, unless I know now when it's cold, because she'll puff herself up. And I know that's when they're cold, they puff themselves up, or they're maybe sick. But she's not sick. When she's cold, she puffs herself up. When she's normal and she's just in the house walking around the floor and hanging out on the couch with me, she ain't puffed up. So she's not sick. But I do want to get her a little heater there, so in the winter time I can just plug it in and know that I don't have to move her, that she's going to get some heat radiating from it and stay warm. Anyway, I just wondered, I didn't get a video out to y'all this morning, but I just thought, you know, I'm not really doing a lot today. But I guess that's going to be my resolution, is we're going to start walking, even though I feel like I walk all day long. This will be good for him to walk. He does his jobs, you know. He's got jobs around the chores. But I'm going to start making him walk every morning with me. We're going to walk. and get some steps in that way. I got him a smartwatch one time so I could see just how many steps he does in a day's time, and I keep forgetting to charge it. So like he's wearing it and it'll be dead for 2 or 3 days. Because, you know, this, I get a notice on my phone when my watch is, but his is like just an Amazon kid smartwatch. And there's nothing telling me, remember to charge the watch. So, anyway, I love you guys. I just thought I'd throw that out. What y'all's resolutions for the year? Because we're gonna walk. That's the only one I'm gonna commit to, because I get too busy and too crazy, too much going on sometimes around here to say I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this every day. But I think I can manage some actual on purpose walking. I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for, but it's a planned walk. Every morning we're gonna walk. Not rain, but cold or hot, we're gonna walk. At least 30 minutes. I think a good 30-minute walk every day. And it don't have to be fast-paced. I walk faster than him anyway, because he's a shuffler like an old man. But at least 30 minutes every day we're going to walk, and that's going to get him some exercise in. All right, I love you guys. God bless you. I'm going to get y'all this now because I didn't get y'all one this morning. So some of y'all just be seeing us at 2:30 in the afternoon. All right, love you. God bless y'all.